voices that made me feel seen and heard when I felt myself disappearing. My abuser was hurting women and girls in my family and community since before I was born. I was sexually abused before I was even forming memories. It brought a horrifying feeling of the inevitable. The girls and women before me said "Me Too" in their own ways, but nothing changed. I took my place among them. When it's happening to everyone around you, how do you convince someone that it must end here? How do you convince yourself that it's even possible? In 2011, I moved to New York City and went to Safe Horizon. They guided me through the legal process, supported me with expert trauma therapy, and never let me feel alone. I now have the honor of working for Safe Horizon, and I'm part of our Speakers Bureau of former clients who advocate for the rights of survivors. In this and many, many other ways, I am incredibly fortunate. Each year, Safe Horizon touches the lives of 250,000 survivors of violence, crime, and abuse, offering counseling and essential advocacy. We operate 24-hour hotlines to offer support, information, and expertise. Whether you are in crisis or you are unsure if your experience constitutes crime or abuse, we are here for you. I think we all have stories of the negative responses we've gotten when we've told our stories. Each one piles on top of us and makes it a little harder to climb out from under the debris. But the good ones lighten the load. For everyone here who has said "Me Too" and been met with doubt, blame, or other forms of rejection, know that you will also find people who will believe and support you. Many of them are standing next to you today. We should honor the hard-won victories of Me Too, but also not congratulate ourselves too soon. There is so much left to do. People are saying that the movement is not over until we include women of color, or until we talk about LGBTQ assaults, and so on. But let's be very, very clear. Until we include everyone equitably, Me Too has not truly begun. It is possible to be victimized and still have privileges that others lack. The privilege to be heard, to be believed, to be supported, and to be valued. The voices we can barely hear right now are the ones we need to listen to the most. Sexual assault does not discriminate, and neither should we. Me Too has to include women of color, immigrants, LGBTQ, people living with disabilities, children and teenagers, the elderly, and yes, men and boys. We owe the success of this movement to Tarana Burke, who started this conversation. We owe it to the survivors who are talking and to everyone who is listening. To the survivors who can't share their stories or who are choosing not to, who are celebrating this movement in their own quiet way, we see you too. Thank you to Safe Horizon for supporting me and allowing me to join you in supporting others. Thank you to Now NYC and my fellow speakers for their leadership and advocacy, and to you all for your fierce courage and truth-telling. There is only one way forward. Refuse to let ourselves and each other be buried. Thank you.